The second portal that we have is the portal to the Lemurian consciousness, which has a different energy than the first portal. And I'd love to hear more about your experience bringing this into the physical world.
Okay, so the Lemurian type of energy is all about the unity consciousness. So it's all about doing things together. The Lemurians were very much, I don't know if you've ever seen birds flying in the sky in a formation, and if one drops down, they sort of manage to meld that bird up into and they keep them into, so the whole group will slow down to compensate and then lift that bird so that they all fly together. And that is kind of the ethos of Lemuria and Lemurian consciousness, and very much based in Christ consciousness. So when I painted this painting, I was deeply connected into earth, because the Lemurians were they're very connected into the earth. So there's greens and golds and oranges, very creative. And the portal going within this will be expanding you into grounding, getting very much more grounded, very much more nature-based. And even the spray that when I channeled the emotional aspects of the essential oils that I created in the spray, in the auric spray, it's got cloves in it. It's a very grounding auric spray. And this painting specifically is really fascinating because when I do the artwork behind, I use ink and droppers, and there's a picture of a woman in front. But it's really interesting, if you turn the painting upside down, there's a picture of a man. And that was totally spirit-based. There's no, I can't manipulate. I don't manipulate. My biggest thing is not controlling. It was one of my biggest lessons to learn, was to not try and control when I painted, because bringing coding in, you can't control it. It's got to be absolutely natural, and to allow the energy to flow when you drip the paint over the top, that's where the real coding is.
I love that. And I love that you said the word grounding, because we are grounding our connection with our higher selves, but we're also grounding our connection to one another, because in the spiritual realm, we're all connected. We're already connected, totally. And we're finding ourselves to that level of connection here in the physical world, because there's a lot of division. Even among family members and friends, there's still that division where we're maybe more focused on the 3D world, and that's what creates that division. But when we open our hearts, when we open our souls to one another, the conversations, everything just shifts in a way that unites us without having to speak. It's almost like telepathy in some way.
Well, that's the thing, is it's that unity consciousness, which is I love you and I accept you no matter what. Mm-hmm. And I understand your differences. And that is what Christ in his energetic form is what he brings in, is that beautiful vibration of total oneness and love and loving everybody. And so, yeah, it's a fabulous painting. It's quite special, that one.
Yeah, and I would say this is a perfect portal for people that are ready to step into leadership and kind of be community leaders, because the ability to channel that Lemurian consciousness is only going to create more impactful, more supportive communities, because unity consciousness is about recognizing we're all one. And even if you're struggling to communicate something with someone, it's because there's that inner turmoil. But if you are a leader, or if you want to help through your leadership skills, you have the ability and the power to support people as they're fighting their own battles, inside battles.
Absolutely. And that compassionate, Christ compassion, and that consciousness of just being very understanding and stuff. But I mean, every single one of these paintings of mine, you can buy them online as a digital print. I mean, these paintings are huge. They're like 2 meters by 1 meter. Most of my paintings are really large. But if you have a print and you put it up, and you maybe even do it like an altar, and today for this week, I'm going to work on my grounding, and I put the altar up, and maybe you put some lovely grounding crystals like smoky quartz. So you can use some smoky quartz and any other grounding crystals, and you can build your little altar around that. So every time you look at the painting, you're understanding, this is my intention. This is what I want. I want to ground into this kind of energy. The paintings can be used in so many ways.
These are open portals. It's your intention that activates them in some way.
Absolutely. They're activators, but you need to want to activate. You need to it's got to be something that you really do want, or your soul will be opening you into that, so that
Yes.
you won't understand why you're drawn to this,
Mm-hmm.
but you keep coming back to it.